Hello guys, welcome all of you back with our web application development discussion series. Today we are going to talk about how we can program our admin signin.php web page. Here you can see we have given an input area to input admin email address. So after that admin enter that admin's email address, we are going to send a verification code to that admin, and after that verification code, then the admin have to insert that verification code in order to log into admin panel. So let's enter admin email address here, then we can click on this send verification code button. After that, it's going to pop up this admin verification model. Here you can see we have given enter your verification code. So let's go into our email address. In here we have our admin verification code, and this is our admin verification code. So let's copy it and let's paste it in here. After pasting this verification code, we can click on this verify button. After that, it's going to load this admin panel web page. So let's go into our code and see how we can program our admin sign-in process. Here we have our admin signin.php file, and in here we have our admin details entering part, and here we have taken the email address from our admin, and we have used the input field for that purpose, and we have given its ID as E. After that, here we have our button as send verification code, and we have given its on-click function as admin verification. So after click on this button, it's going to send a verification to our email address. Then in here we have our model part, and we have inserted the input field to take the verification code, and we have given its ID as V code. Then in the verify button, we have given an on-click function as verify. So let's go into our script.js file and see more details about these functions. Here we have our first function as admin verification, and we have created the global variable as AV. And within this function, in here we have taken the element which ID is equal to E, and we have stored that element in variable email. Then in here we have created a new form using new form data function, and then we have stored it in variable F. Then in the next line we have taken the email variable value, and we have stored it in name E, and we have appended it into a form. After that, in here we have created the new request, and we have stored that request in variable R. After that, in here we have checked whether the request state has been changed or not. If it has been changed, then in here we have called a function. Within this function, here we have checked whether the response state is equal to 4 or not. If it's equal to 4, in here we have taken the response from our server, and we have stored it in variable t. Then in here we have checked whether the t variable value is equal to success or not. If it's equal to success, then this code will be executed. If it's not equal to success, then this else part will be executed. Within this part, in here we have taken the element which ID is equal to verification model, and we have stored it in variable verification model, and from here we have taken the verification model. After that, in the next line, we have defined this admin verification model as a bootstrap model, and we have stored it in variable AV. Then in here we have displayed that model in our web page. If this condition is false, then in here we have printed that response in an alert. After that, in here we have defined our request method as post, and we have given its destination file as admin verification process.php. After that, from here we have sent this request into admin verification process.php file, and we have embedded this form into this request. So let's go into admin verification process.php file. Here we have our admin verification process.php file. First we have inserted a PHP script. Within this script, here we have imported our connection.php file into this file. Then in here we have taken the smt.php file, phpmailer.php file, exception.php file. In here we have taken the files which we need to use in order to send an email verification code to that email address. And in here we have checked whether the variable has a value assigned to it or not. If it has a value, then in here we have taken the value from our request and we have stored it in variable email. In the next line, we have run a search query as select all from admin table where email column value is equal to $email variable value, and we have stored it in variable admin rs. In the next line, we have checked how many rows are available in admin rs variable and we have stored that value in admin num variable. Then in here, we have checked whether the admin num variable value is larger than 0 or not. If it's larger than 0, then this code will be executed. This part is relevant to the email sending process, and we have discussed this in our previous videos also. Here we have taken a unique ID and we have stored it in variable code, and then in here we have run an update query as update admin table set verification code column value as variable code value, and where email column value is equal to $email variable value. Then in here we have given our email address and then our password, and here we have our port, and we have given our email address again and the title for that email, and then in here we have given that admin email address. Then in here we have given a title as eShop admin login verification code. After that, in here we have printed that code using your verification code, and then here we have concatenated that code value. After that, in here we have checked whether this email has been successfully sent or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have printed the response as verification code sending failed. If this is false, then in here we have given a response as success. If the admin num variable value is less than 0, then in here we have given a response as you are not a valid user. And if the email field is empty, then in here we have given a response as email field should not be empty. So let's go back into our script.js file. Within this our function, in here we have taken the response from our server and we have stored it in variable t. In the next line, we have checked whether the t value is equal to success or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have displayed our model. If this condition is false, then in here we have printed that response in an alert. After that, in here we have our second function as verify. Within this function, we have taken the element which id is equal to vcode and we have stored that in variable verification. Then in here we have created the new request and we have stored it in variable r. Then we have checked whether the request state has been changed or not. If it's changed, then we have called this function. Within this function, we have checked whether the state is equal to 4 or not. If it's equal to 4, then this code will be executed. If it's not equal to 4, then this code will be executed. If this condition is true, then in here we have taken the response from our server and we have stored it in variable t. Then we have checked whether the t value is equal to success or not. If it's equal to success, in here we have hide our previously displayed model, and then in here we have redirected that admin into admin panel.php file. If this condition is false, then in here we have printed that response in an alert. After that, we have defined our request method as get, and in here we have given the destination file and we have concatenated the value and we have concatenated verification code value and we have stored it in name v. After that, we have sent this request into verification process.php file. So let's go into verification process.php file. Here we have our verification process.php file. First we have inserted the PHP script. Then in here we have started the session. After that we have imported our connection.php file into this verification process.php file. Then we have checked whether the request has bring a variable v value or not. If this condition is true, then we have taken v value from our request and we have stored that in variable v. Then in here we have run a search query as select all from admin table where verification code column value is equal to $v variable value, and we have stored it in variable admin. After that we have checked how many rows are available in $admin variable and we have stored it in $num variable. Then in here we have checked whether the num variable value is equal to 1 or not. If it's equal to 1, from here we have taken the first row from admin variable and we have stored it in variable data. After that we have taken the AU variable value from our session and we have assigned it value as $data value, and then we have given a response as success. If this condition is false, then in here we have given a response as invalid verification code. If this condition is false, then in here we have given a response as please enter your verification code. So let's go back into our script.js file. Within our function, in here we have taken the response from our server and we have stored it in variable t. Then we have checked whether it's equal to success or not. If it's equal to success, then we have hide our previously displayed model and we have redirected that admin into admin panel.php file. If this condition is false, then we have displayed that response value in a alert. So guys, that's all for today. Thanks all of you for joining with me. See you in the next video.